Rakish version of the C4 hatchback hasn't done very well in Western Europe. Can a makeover do the trick? After launching the third-generation C4 in 2021, Citroën brought the Citroën C4X to market as a raked, fastback version of its family hatchback. While the pair are identical at the front, the C4X gets a different profile from the C-pillar backwards. This extra 140mm of rear end compared with the C4 increases boot space, from 380 to 510 liters. For 2025, the C4X has been updated, receiving the same facelift as the C4 to bring it up to date, with a swathe of new and updated rivals in the bulging C segment. Underneath, the C4X is offered only with the 134 brake horsepower hybrid powertrain, paired with a 6-speed automatic gearbox, or as an electric car badged EC4X. Design and styling. The MK3C4 was welcomed by autocar road testers, as something genuinely interesting and unusual, offering visual intrigue but not being fussy or overwrought. The C4X offers practically the same design, but with a different shape from the C-pillar backwards with a squared rear end, a lipped boot and a raked roofline. Its newly revised front end draws inspiration from 2022's Ollie and 2024's C5 Aircross concepts. The nose is centered around Citroën's new logo, inspired by the original badge from 1919, which is flanked by new squared-off LEDs replacing the former standout Y-shaped headlights and a widened profile. At the back, the C4X sports Citroën's new badge and gets new wraparound lights, different to the C4's. However, side by side, the C4 is prettier than the C4X, with its three-piece light design, and Citroën lettering giving it a more modern look. Citroën offers the C4X in 6 exterior colors, with the option of a two-tone roof exclusively, in top-end max trim and the choice of 2 color clips, a thin strip, that allows owners to add a touch of personalization to their car, Citroën says. Our max test car's gold really did stand out. Alloy wheels are 18 inches as standard across the range. Interior. The big difference between the C4 and C4X is the boot space. This extra 140mm of rear end increases storage below the parcel shelf to 510 liters, which is very competitive when compared with other cars in the segment, but its long and low boot shape makes this hard to utilize. You can forget transporting a chest of drawers, for example. The raked roof design of the C4X doesn't impact rear headroom compared with the C4. Even for adults around 6 foot tall, it doesn't feel cramped. For the facelift, Citroën has fitted new advanced comfort seats in the C4X, which are visually bulging with padding 15% more than the slightly flat but broad seats they replace. Although feeling largely similar to the seats they replaced, they definitely offer more lateral support and comfort than before and, say, the similarly priced and positioned Kia Stonic or Skoda Kamiq. However, the extra padding can be a tad hard in the upper back area. It's not adjustable and there's a lack of under-thigh support. The seat is adjusted manually, too, which means that finding the right seating position is harder than it may be. Heated seats are available in max trim only. Available space around the driver is about average. Citroën claims class-leading rear knee room, but we suspect this must be qualified with the front seats slid all the way forwards because, with the driver's seat set for a typical adult, second row accommodation levels are only average, as is rear headroom. The instrument and infotainment layout is unconventional, like in the C4. As part of the update, the 7.0 inches digital instrument screen has been updated. It provides a very simple digital speedometer. Our test car's head-up display, projected on a separate transparent pop-up screen, which is quite large rather than the windscreen, adds some useful extra information, but options to configure both displays are limited. The ability to change the position of the HUD via easy-to-reach controls next to the driver is a nice touch. The cabin is centered on a 10 inches touchscreen infotainment system, above 2 physical controls for home and volume and a volume knob to aid usability. There are also tactile and materially appealing physical controls for heating and ventilation. The infotainment now runs updated software but is still a tad sluggish. It offers wireless smartphone mirroring and charging. The factory sat nav mapping is simple but clear, its directions are easy to follow, and you can set destinations in spoken fashion at the first time of asking. Overall, though, both screens feel old and outdated compared with rivals. The standard material fit and finish is a bit mixed, and the cabin isn't free from harder, rougher moldings in easy-to-reach places. Our Max test car appeared to have a pleasant aesthetic on the surface, with plush-looking seats, but was quite a dull affair in reality, with everything ahead of the front passengers black or dark gray. The extensive use of gloss black plastic just promotes fingerprints, and makes a clean cabin look dirty very quickly and easily. Engines and performance. Unlike the C4, the C4X can be had with just one combustion powertrain, a new 134 brake horsepower 1.2-liter petrol hybrid system, with a 6-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox, as can be found in the Fiat 600, Jeep Avenger and Peugeot 208. The powertrain offers 2 or 3 miles of electric-only driving, thanks to a 0.43 kWh battery. Not a lot, but the battery charges very quickly in normal driving conditions, because the regenerative braking is set quite high in all 3 sport, normal, eco-driving modes. Although sharp at first, the Regen is rather easy to get used to. When more power is called for, the transition from electric to combustion drive is noticeable but not overly so. The gearbox is geared just a little on the long side, and this combines with fairly dull accelerator response to make the car feel slightly sluggish. That's a little review from us. Keep watching other new videos. Thank you for watching.